life. It hasn't been for 6 months, or a year, or 5 years, or 10 years. Yet never having seen him, and yet loving him enough to have given my life to him. I've often wondered if in that moment, when I see him for the very first time, and I look upon his face, and it's Jesus. It is Jesus. And there he stands. Jesus. I know exactly what I'll say. I know exactly. I know. I won't say I love you. He knows that. He knows that. If he doesn't know it now, he never will. I won't have to wait till then to tell him. But love is something you do. You keep doing. But when I see him, I'll say just 2 words. I tried. I tried. In many things I've been so wrong. I've boiled some things when they should not have been boiled. I've used too harsh a detergent in some things where I should not have. I've spoken words when I should have kept my mouth shut. I've made decisions when if only I had waited. I acted in haste when there should have been patience. Standing before you in this chapel this morning, if only I knew right now, if only I could know what he really had for me in many instances. But I ruined the washing. Not intentionally. So help me God, and he knows my heart. I didn't do it intentionally. I wouldn't have grieved him. I wouldn't have gone contrary to his will for a title deed to the whole world. I did it out of ignorance. I did it because I was stupid. I did it because I didn't wait for his leading. I did it sometimes because I listened to other voices instead of his voice. But there was never a time when I didn't want more than anything else for him to keep me as the apple of his eye. And as long as I know that underneath all those everlasting arms, I can face anything. I can face all the devils of hell. I can face the whole world. And it never phases me. Never. Never. Why can I stand with my shoulders square? Why can I speak with boldness? Where do I get my courage? From whom do I get my spiritual strength? From the one whom I love more than life itself. One of these days, I will have preached my last sermon. One of these days, I will have prayed for the last person who comes into a miracle service. One of these days, my old heart will take its last beat. And the world will call me a fool for having given my life for one whom I have not seen. But in that day, in spite of my failures, in spite of my mistakes, I will stand before Him blameless. Blameless. He shall present me before the Father blameless. Do you know what that means? Blameless not because of my righteousness, not because of anything that I have done, but I'll stand blameless through the perfection and the righteousness of His only begotten Son, my Lord and my Savior. That's what He died for. Eyes closed. Every eye closed. I've told you what Kathryn Kuhlman is really like. Misunderstood by thousands. Misunderstood. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters is my relationship with Him. I know what I want most. I have but one life. That's all. And it passes very quickly. Young people, it passes very quickly. You're young today. Many of you in your teens. And you feel the whole world out there. And you feel it's forever. You feel it's forever, but I tell you, It passes very quickly. The hours pass quickly. The days pass quickly. The months pass quickly. The years pass quickly. So quickly until one day you're startled and you'll say, where have the years gone? Where have they gone? Where have they gone? What has happened to those years? I'd give anything in the world if you could turn the clock back. But you can't. And there's just you. Just you. Your life. Your life. You've been a part of living. What do you want most? Only you can make that choice. Only you. Only you, the real you. Papa wanted money. Once he had it. But all that he could leave his daughter when he was killed. A child he loved more than life itself was a $1 bill. There are those who played to the crowd. And they heard the applause. And a woman in the newspaper this morning, at the very height of her writing career, at the very peak of it all, at the age of 53, died of cancer. What do you want most? What do you? What do you? I ask you. He asks you. Baby, you haven't thought of it seriously. You've been so determined to get it. You've been so determined to get it that you haven't really cared or thought too much about it. But one of these days, when it's all over with, can you stand in his presence knowing that you've been kept as the apple of his eye? That you've been covered with his wings? Oh, beloved, to be in a position where you're completely hidden under his wings. It's so secure. You feel so secure. There's such security. I can't tell you what that feeling is. You become a very secure person.